Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into my podcast, Xena Life as a Dominatrix. This is episode 64. This will be published on Tuesday, September 4th, 2024. Before I begin discussing today's topic, I just want to mention that on all of my podcast episodes, you will see a link that states support the show today. And when you click on the link, it leads right to my Venmo page. So thank you all very much for subscribing, tuning in, supporting my little podcast show. All right, today's topic, what women want. I wrote about this a few days ago on my Substack page. I have a What Women Want Part 1 and Part 2. So what women want, it reminds me of the movie What Women Want, starring Mel Gibson, Helen Hunt, Marissa Tomei, and many other actors and actresses in this movie. So the synopsis, a chauvinistic advertising executive, who is Mel Gibson, acquires the ability to hear what women are thinking. He attempts to use this power to bring about the fall of his female boss, who is Helen Hunt, but as he uses this inside knowledge to outwit his superior, the bachelor begins to fall in love with her, etc., etc. I'm not going to spoil the film, but I think, in my opinion, it's a great film. I'm not a big fan of romantic comedies, but some are good and some are just awful. But in this movie, I actually like the movie. All right, back on the topic. What women want. And this was reading all in my Substack newsletter that I had written. So what women want? That is the $1 million question. And these are all my opinions as well. So in my opinion, what women want is to be accepted for who they are. Women want commitment. Women want to be able to trust their partner. Some women seek a short-term relationship and others want to have a long-term relationship. And if you're not the one for her, then it's her choice to simply move on. And what do women want? Well, a partner to share their life with her. A genuine partner, a caring partner, a loving partner. A partner to compliment her, appreciate her, treat her like the goddess that she is. These are all excellent traits. What do women want? Love, compassion, commitment, understanding, a confident man or partner, intelligent partner, generous partner, perhaps a financially stable partner, a partner to hold up a good conversation, partner with a good personality, and some women like to have a handsome partner, so they look for the looks. So perhaps a muscular partner or a tall, or some women just have their own preferences. Some women want more in the relationship. So for instance, if you're working hard to provide for your family and you're not seeing your partner much, she might want you to see you more. So she might ask you to skip a day of work. So tips, take a self-care day. Take a day off for you and your partner. You deserve it. Your partner deserves it. Some women wanting more doesn't mean she's unhappy with what she has. She wants more and then some. So wanting more doesn't mean she's a bad person. So if she wants to see you more, see her more, she wants to see you more. So maybe take a day or 2 or 3 off of work, and you might say, well, I have no time to have a sick day. I have to be there for work. Well, I have a tip for you. Family comes first. And I recently spoke to an individual on the phone chat line that I have, and I've been using this service to speak with individuals for many years now. This phone chat is for people that are not able to see me in person. They might live in another state and whatnot. Anyways, the man on the chat line, he stated that his girlfriend left him for another man. And I had asked him, well, how do you feel about it? He stated that he was hurt by it, but accepted it. I stated, why did she leave you, since I was curious to know? He stated, well, because I wasn't there for her, especially in the bedroom. Well, my opinion, if a man isn't there for a woman, then what's the point? You could either improve on being a better partner in the relationship, or let her move on for someone else, bigger and better, if you're not improving in the relationship. So remember, there's always room for improvement, so be the best that you can be. What women want: a man who is active in the bedroom, who will give her what she desires, or an adventurous man who is up for trying new things in the bedroom, kink, fetish, role play, different sexual positions, etc. Or perhaps a partner to Netflix and chill, to make out, to cuddle, to watch movies, eat popcorn, cuddle some more, make out some more, watch another movie, etc. So what women want, here are some tips. Be there for your partner, grow together, embrace the growth in your relationship. Never take anything for granted. Try new things. Travel to new places. Learn to work on conflicts that might occur. And again, be the best that you can possibly be. She chose you to be her partner for a reason. So cherish that. And also remember, there's no such thing as a perfect man, perfect woman, perfect relationship. But if you're a good man who's there for her, who treats her right, then you're a keeper for her. And also, there's also room for improvement. So there's that option to try out couples therapy. And there's nothing wrong with that as well, to help assist with improving on the relationship if problems might occur. All right, let me go back to my Substack page on What Women Want, Part 2. What women want? Again, that's the $1 million question. And again, these are all my opinions. An independent woman is not afraid to be alone. So an independent woman, she could be married, she could be single, or casually dating. And this independent woman, she could solve her own issues. She can pay for her own bills. She can complete tasks on her own. She could eat, drive, and stroll alone because she does not rely on others. She doesn't need anybody to hold her hand. She's got this. An independent woman sees whoever she desires. She dates whoever she likes and enjoys company of others. She just enjoys being alone. There's nothing wrong with that. Some women do not rely on having a partner to make them happy. They're able to make themselves happy. Some women are only work-driven, boss ladies. So what comes to mind is the character on Sex and the City. Her name is Miranda Hobbs. And she's a fictional character. And this character, she's a hard-working woman who doesn't take shit from men in the show. Personally, I think it was very well written. I think all the actresses did a great job. And I think it's a great show, in my opinion. All right. Being an independent woman means that she values her freedom. She might not necessarily be ready for a relationship. She might have high standards, or she likes to date and have a good time. Some women simply want to be left alone. She doesn't have time for drama or put up with anybody else's bullshit. She doesn't have time to babysit a partner. She doesn't have time for small talk. She doesn't need a man to take her out. She could take herself out. Or she doesn't need a man to chip in with the bills. She's comfortable with living alone since she's a boss lady. She's able to pay for everything, her own groceries, her own rent, bills, and doesn't need a partner to rely on. When this working woman is ready to date, respect her independence. Don't be intimidated by her. Understand that she needs space. So know her boundaries. Show her that you're a reliable person. Don't be afraid to communicate with her. So share your own feelings. Share your own passions with her. And don't assume she doesn't need help. So be willing to lend a helping hand when she needs it. Last, don't ever, ever, ever try to change a woman. A woman does not need that in her life. If you want her to act a certain way for you, dress a certain way for you, be a certain way for you, then you are not the right partner for her. That's all possessive, and that's a horrible trait to have. Bottom line, accept her for who she is. And some women, they want to fall in love when the time is right. For the woman to fall in love, she needs to feel safe with you, relaxed and cherished by you. And from there, then the quality of time spent together and the intimacy builds her attachment towards her partner. I think of two women that were single. They're lady friends of mine, and they had given up. They were always working. They had given up on the whole relationship thing. And one day they decided to try out a dating app, and it worked for them. And now they're both in different relationships, and they're both happy. And I've spoken about dating apps in the past, and some people are just like, no, it's not right for me, no luck, da 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 da. My advice, don't give up. And also my advice, use current photos of yourself. Also, be yourself. Don't try to be like somebody else. Be your authentic self. Be truthful. Be honest. Don't lie. Don't lie about yourself. Don't lie about your age. Don't lie about your height or your background or whatnot, or your career. Be truthful, straight up on these dating apps. And I think, in my opinion, I think that's a great quality to have, is trust, honesty, and that when you have that in a relationship, that will be a great relationship. You got to have trust, honesty, no jealousy, no possessiveness, no bad characteristics, respect, and that'll be a great relationship. So don't give up on that. And and I was thinking about the conversation about that I had recently on the phone chat line. Well, his issue was that he worked too much and he wasn't there. So she cheated, which is wrong. But some people, they cheat behind their partner's back because the partner isn't there for their partner, and you got to be there for them. I mean, sure, I know work is essential. You work, you make money, you support the family. That's essential, but you got to be there for your partner as well. And, that's why the person that I was chatting with, that's why his partner cheated, and now she got somebody bigger and better. And that's her choice. All right, so let me go back to this article. Okay. According to some sources, women may be attracted to men who have certain qualities, but everyone is different and has their own preferences. So, compassion. Women may want a man who is empathetic and understanding. and who they can open up to. Personality. Women may like men who are confident, honest, and have a sense of humor. They may also be attracted to men who are generous, resourceful, and masculine. So some women have different preferences, and some, will, just date whoever they desire, although their standards might be high, but they don't care about the looks or what they do, what the man does for a living. And also commitment. Women may want a man who can demonstrate love and commitment. And also some women might want a man who is religious. And according to psychology, women may have different preferences for men depending on the type of relationship that they are in. So short-term relationships, women may prefer men who are warm and trustworthy. And in a long-term relationship, women may prioritize attractiveness over a man's personality. Other relationships, women may want men who are kind, patient, understanding, and empathetic. And they also want men who are considerate of their feelings and recognize that the partner's struggles matter. And again, other great traits that women find attractive: honesty, confidence, intelligence, and also physical confidence. And that just kind of reminded me of somebody that I dated very briefly, and I thought, oh, this guy's hot, da-da-da, he's masculine, da-da-da. And there's this famous quote, never judge a book by its cover, because although he was masculine and attractive and all that, he was not the smartest. So that relationship lasted very short. This was like 2009, yeah, around 2009. And I'm like, wow, this guy is just not for me. He's just not, he's not smart. So that was when, I'm shocked I remembered that. And also I dated somebody who was very quiet, but he was quiet. However, nobody knew that he had possessive and jealous traits, which are horrible. So jealous, like, oh, which friend are you hanging out with? Oh, is it a man? Oh, have you guys ever fooled around? Like, very possessive questions. And at the time, this was around 2008, 2007, around that time. And at the time, I thought, oh, this guy's so cute. And then he opened his mouth. And then the jealousy and the possessiveness. And I'm glad that I ended that relationship as well. So, again, never judge a book up by its cover. And be your own self, your authentic self. Don't try to be like somebody else. Give dating apps another chance. And what women want a lot. And if you're, not the person for her, don't get offended that she may ghost you. Don't continuously call or text. She might not have time for you. She might think, okay, this is not working out. Next man, next partner, etc. So if she ghosts you, if she doesn't return your calls, then you might have to take the hint, realize, okay, she doesn't want you in her life, so don't get offended, but maybe you could find somebody else as well. Use the dating apps or whatnot, and just move on from there. Don't get offended or don't be hurt by it, but ghosting sucks, but just move on. And maybe there's a reason why she did that. Maybe maybe her standards are very high and you're not her type, but again, just don't get offended, just move on. All right. So, again, thank you all very much for tuning in this little episode. This will be published on the 4th of September. And I hope you all had a great Labor Day weekend, the end of summer. Oh, already the end of summer. I can't believe it. So, yeah. And the people that are looking for love, you'll find it when the time is right. Be patient. And again, be your own authentic self, and that is attractive. And don't be so nervous, don't be so shy. Just get out there and enjoy dating and have a good time. All right, thank you all very much for tuning in. Have a great day.